Your team, your school. Eyewitness News presents Friday Night Football, sponsored by New Balance, Avon and South Windsor. When your feet feel good, your whole body feels good.
Welcome to our Friday Night Football Thanksgiving special. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving day with your friends and your family. Glad you're with us tonight. All the playoff brackets are set. 32 teams in 4 classes have qualified. The quarterfinals begin on Tuesday night. Well, there were still 7 playoff spots up for grabs today. Yeah, so Thanksgiving Day is a lot about traditional rivalries and a lot about getting to the playoffs. And in some cases, home field advantage for the playoffs. That was the story in Cheshire, where both Southington and Cheshire had already qualified, but there was that all-important home field advantage to play for. Our Marc Robbins says this one was a game to remember.
Turned out to be an historic Apple Valley Cup classic. Southington and Cheshire battling each other and a constant heavy wind to a 7-7 tie at the end of regulation. So on to overtime. For the first time ever we go, and Cheshire barrels in on its first play. The Rams get a 10-yard run from Jake McAlinden. So Southington needs to answer. And on its possession, the Blue Knights call upon senior tailback Dylan Cole. We move to the other end for the second overtime session, and Southington decides to use the wind. 2 juniors hooking up. Brady Lafferty finds Sean Laporte. The score puts the pressure back on Cheshire. The Rams' Jason Shamilla with a TD toss. That touchdown left Cheshire down 21-20. The Rams, instead of attempting to kick an extra point and tie the game, go for the win. Shamilla keeps it on the sneak, but he is stuffed at the goal line. The first overtime game in the history of this rivalry goes to Southington. The Blue Knights knock off Cheshire 21-20 in a double overtime thriller.
A lot of emotions, a lot of ebb and flow of the game, back and forth. I thought we did a great job making stops when we need to. Right there, said to our defense, man, they've been playing great all year. Time to make a play, and they made a great play.
That I had to catch it. I don't know. It's kind of in like slow motion, so it was cool though. It's just a great day in general. It's a great game. It's always a good rivalry.
Hamden High is the yearly site of the tradition-rich Green Bowl between the Hamden Green Dragons and the Green Knights of Notre Dame out of West Haven. The wind was howling in this one, and in the first quarter, though, it didn't bother Notre Dame's Jackson Zielinski. His floater finds the hands of Austin Pyack. The Green Knights take a 7-0 lead. Later in the quarter, Hamden with a sweet hookup. Isaiah Riley with a perfect pass, and Chris Pickett, oh no you didn't. Oh, yes you did. A sweet one-handed grab and a 7-up game as he races in for the score. Notre Dame would take control of this tight game in the second half. The Green Knights march on to victory. 42-7 the final. Notre Dame finishes its season at 6-4. I'm Marc Robbins, Channel 3 Eyewitness Sports.